Good morning, Silvia Hartmann.
Good morning, Mr. Kent.
So we've got a new training coming up called the AMT Professional Energist.
Yes, indeed.
I'd just like you to tell us all about it, please.
Okay. Right, so we've all taken lots and lots of energy trainings. EFT, emotrance, Reiki, hands-on healing, quantum touch, healing hands. Lots and lots and lots of different kinds of energy work, and then there's the other range, which is feng shui and all of that. To me, as an energist, it brings it all together so that we are actually dealing with the principles that underlie these fields and have kind of a way in which to take all these separate qualifications and go one step above that. Because that's really, to me, what an energist is. It's to be able to use all these modalities fluently, and that also includes Project Sanctuary, of course. So what we need to do now at this time is to have a baseline from which people who are coming new to the field, but also the old bees like myself, can move towards. And the question that I've asked ever since the last Emotrance conference is, so what are the main skills you need to really be an effective energist? And that goes way beyond just being a practitioner of one modality or another. It's sort of a ground level set of skills. The most important of this is, of course, the sixth sense. So what I want to do on our Energist 101 day is not only do this real sort of bringing together what we know up to this point, up to date, and I've done a lot of research since April, I can tell you that, as my fellow people in the VIP forum can also tell you. So there's these new things, there's the basic principles of energy work, which really are laws of the universe we're dealing with here, but also to take all that knowledge that we've already, acquired from all these other modalities and put it together in such a way that this thing catalyzes and the new energist is born, as it were.
Okay, who is this training aimed at? Is it for people interested in personal development, trainers, practitioners?
It's for people who are in love with energy, really. I mean, we all start somewhere, we come from somewhere, and we do something, to me an energist is somebody who's had a personal experience of what it means to have this other universe that runs alongside of what so-called normal people are doing every day, quite pointlessly in many cases. It opens your eyes to this other dimension of life. And as an energist, you deal with that. And first of all in personal development, of course, because it's such it is an amazing experience. Like I'm 53 and I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I know nothing. The whole world is out there for me to explore. There's so many experiences, I haven't had so many sensations, so many questions. And that's just, I do know that other energists, they feel the same way. It's immensely rejuvenating, and first of all and above all else, it's personal development. Yes, absolutely. Call it spiritual development. That sounds lame, that sounds like you're walking around in sandals. But that's not what we're doing. We're having a wonderful time on very many different levels. And, really enjoying the things that we're doing. Personal development, first of all, absolutely. But professional development, good God, where do I start? The world needs energists, not just as therapists, as people who can go through existing systems and spot the zits, where they are, and then have creative solutions to that, what we can do to smooth them out, whether the system is a family or a factory, or even the parliament. There is, oh goodness, it goes way beyond therapy, but then of course therapy as well, and people who are interested in counselling and teaching those who counsel other people. As an energist, you've got the world at your fingertips. You have solutions to problems that the establishment simply does not have. And that's even before we start with Project Sanctuary, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, so...
Sorry, I'm a bit overexcited here, but it's a topic that's close to my heart, and I really do think if the human race is ever going to get anywhere, it needs this energy awareness, it needs energists out there to actually go beyond just fixing the driving phobia. It's much bigger than that. And the term I am an energist, this whole concept of being somebody who specializes in energy and the applications of energy, that is something that the world needs. And so I'm going to plant my little flag here in the sand with this training and saying, okay, this is the very first ever proper energist training. Right.
Okay, so this is going to be certified by the Association for Meridian Energy Therapies.
Yep.
And the people coming to the course will receive the very first certificates
Yes.
awarded.
Energist 101, yes, first time ever in the history of humanity, absolutely.
What do you envision them doing with their new certificate and new skills?
Well, the new certificate, I envision that they will hug it and be very, very proud of it, because as people who've attended the training with me know, I put people through their paces from the second they get there until the second I allow them to leave. So they will have earned that certificate, you can be sure of that. So if you're of a nervous disposition out there, don't come to this training, right? I'm going to make you work, you guys. And so after they've hugged it, I'm hoping they will take it home and very proudly hang it on the wall, because it's an energy object, it's an artifact. It's a mission statement. It's, here I am an energist, and that's what I do, that's what excites me. I'm hoping they will do that with it.
Okay, so as well as personal development and as well as allowing them to kind of help others in professional, personal context, you think that you see this training as also helping them in their own personal business development?
Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely. And it doesn't matter if you're an EFT practitioner or a TAP practitioner or what it is that you do. The basic, if it's real energy work, this is what I always say, right? There's real energy work and then there's fake energy work. The real energy work works. And it works because it relies on a number of underlying principles. These laws of nature, as it were, the laws of nature of energy work. Now, conversely, when you know those, then whatever other modality you learn, and I would encourage everyone to learn as many different modalities, energy modalities, from different people, because each one has their own sort of input to this global central space that is an energist. The more of these principles you know, and the more secure you are in these principles, the more masterful a practitioner of any given modality you do become. So you become like, it does really affect that. So your Reiki becomes more powerful when you're giving it. Your healing hands are going to be glowing, and they're not going to be just healing hands, but hands of power, but that's a different story. So, yes.
Okay, will there be particular techniques that you'll be drawing from, such as emotional transformation, emotional freedom techniques?
We're going to be working a lot with the sixth sense, and this obviously has some relation to emotrance. But we're also going to be doing some EFT. See, we're going to use what works to get the blocks out of the way, because I believe everyone was born to be an energist. We are born to be energists. We don't have to go out and acquire a load of new skills. We need to set free the ones that we've got. And I really am hoping that this is going to be a start to, well, a new era of energy work altogether.
It also sounds that you're picking up on some of the later units in the EFT Master Practitioner course that perhaps you could take much further once outside the realms of EFT. Of EFT.
Yeah, of course. The last 4 units in the EFT Master Practitioner course are really fun. They're a reward for the people who slogged through the basics up to Unit 8. And something to have fun with, and they include some marvellous things. Energy work is fun. It has to be work. That is its nature. It's light. We're working with light. As far as I'm concerned, there's only light and the absence of light. When there is light, there's pleasure, and when there's the absence of light, then there's pain. So we just bring the light. It's not that difficult, but it does need to be brought, in my opinion.
Well, Silvia Hartmann, thank you very much for allowing me the time for this interview.
No, you're most welcome. I love talking about energy.